too little. You saw the dab yesterday. Gave you a Riz face after the three last time. Smith. Now Johnston, high arcing three, it's good. Furman in its third SoCon tournament championship game over the last 4 seasons as Johnston
fighting down in that paint area to create a second chance opportunity. Inside out, that's a high percentage three.
Furman can take a lead with a bucket. They have not led tonight until now. Charles Johnston banks it home and then gives a little flex.
Yeah, that's one of the few times we have seen Filowich really get the space he needed.
Charles, for a moment, was maintained by Charles Johnston, but now controlled by the Paladins. Bob Ritchie agreed with the sentiment that this league is much stronger than it's given credit for. Just look at this game, a matchup between two 24-win teams. Johnston for three. Nuga has won 12 games in a row heading in as Bronson gets blocked by Mulholland. Johnston right there with a foul. Johnston left alone again from deep, missed it this time. Got it back, goes in, lays it in. How about this half? The lead increases to 4.
See Furman bringing P.J. Smith back in this game. He's been the guy when the shot clock has been down. They've gotten him the ball.
2 more for Charles Johnston.
Fox from the corner off the mark. Johnson with the rebound. Tell you what, you don't mind the shot, but maybe a little bit out of rhythm.
Yeah, and I think right there, that's not his repertoire in terms of being able to stretch the floor. He's much more aggressive as he's tacking the paint, and I think that's definitely one of those shots where it was almost, okay, just see if I can manufacture some points. And talking about
Citadel rushing the shot because they know they're not going to have a lot of time, and it's a little bit off rhythm. House trying to find a little bit of space. He's going to maybe get a little heat check. Johnson's going to step up for him. Can't, yes. Rim.
They know that they've got to get out on their shooters as quickly as possible.
Whelan's three rattles out. P.J. Smith with the rebound.
To use their terminology, they want to get after the greens. Guys that have the green light to shoot the ball. And there's a few of them on this team.
Johnston from the corner. He gets the
second most in the conference. Brett Savage is very much of the mindset he's going to play his guys. Johnston open and in.
College football playoffs are over. You got 2 teams left in the NFL. It's all about basketball, and in our world, college basketball. Doesn't get any better right now for the next 6 weeks. You see the spacing right now, not real good by Furman.
Johnston, shot clock at 3, tough turnaround. Bronson finds Vanderwall. Vanderwall to the cup, no. Second chance.
I know that coaches or their assistants talk about that enough. Like you got a media coming out in 33 seconds or whenever the next dead ball occurs. Let's rest these guys and get them about 5 minutes of real rest time. House has been silent. He's another guy that can knock down shots for the Paladins.
Molnar inside Johnston and 1.
To go to keep it alive. Underneath, blocked, got a hand on it. That was Bronson that got a hand on that shot. Knocked it awry. Pass is underneath. To the corner it goes. And that will be a 3. Johnson on that play.
Yeah, absolutely. Got that 50-50 ball and stayed composed enough and then hit the open Ricky Bradley Jr.
Johnston again. He's had 1 3. That's his second.
Shoes.
Yeah. Kulis thought he might have gotten fouled as he went toward the lane, but the ball was bounced away and Bronson will bring it down for Furman.
And if you look at what Furman's doing, they're just coming down wide out. Look at it.
For the Keydets, pressure again. Both teams are doing a little of this.
Yeah.
Pressing up court, just try to take some time off that clock.
Take some time off the clock. You're absolutely correct. And just work it down, leave fewer ticks, particularly on that shot clock, and then fall back into your mainline defense.
Vanderwall's had some success there. Johnston's hit a few threes, make it 3 threes for PBS.
Well, we didn't have PBS when I was coming along. We were lucky to get reception. But anywho.
Rabbit ears.
Yeah. Oh.
Boy, we've dated some stuff
yes,
there.
We have. And
Johnston.
That was a good head-to-head matchup.
Bronson has it rejected, but it goes right to Johnston.
Make one more. Bailey knocks down the open three.
Back up by 22. They've led by as many as 25. Johnston about where he made the three-pointer on the other end to close out. And Sybil's knocks it away. There's Smith. Halfway down, it came out. Johnston finishing. Wofford about to get a 64th win. These teams have met nearly 170 times, and they're about to beat Furman for a 64th time. Another three for Johnston.
He has really emerged over these last couple of weeks. Wasn't known as a great shooter coming out of high school, was a defensive guy, an energy guy, but he has shot the ball incredibly well over the last couple of weeks. 47% coming into the game tonight for the Terriers.
Great start once again this year, coming off of a loss, though, and certainly on a mission coming into play tonight.
And Coach Conroy mentioned this week all the meetings with the Paladins. Beat them a couple years ago. As you said, Jason, should have beaten them last year. Had the lead with less than 3 seconds to go. Let them off the hook. The three goes for a
up 10 of 21 from three for UNCG. And they've scored on each of their last 5 possessions. 78-57. And an answer. 5 to shoot. Anderson pulls up. Offensive rebound and stick back by.
Hey, Catamounts get the rebound, though.
Such a tough shot.
Some miscommunication there between Brown and McKee allows the rebound to go to the Paladins.
I think Fisher-Brown flashed through for the rebound and just couldn't complete it.
2 guys trying to make hustle plays just happen to hustle each other as the three.
You get under the rim, there's still about a good foot and a half that you can use.
Kell with the 3. House with the rebound. They'll bring it back up. Paladins hoping to extend their lead to 30.
Catamount shooting just 27% for the ball game. That's way too easy for Johnston.
The Southern Conference's finest showcases once it is finished. Johnston with the ball. Molnar back to Johnston. Johnston for 3. That's his. Ball down now for WCU. Good swarming defense played as the Paladins force the turnover.
Yeah, too many turnovers today for the Catamounts. They slowed it here in the second half. And Johnston with another three-pointer.
Here comes Nelson moving quickly over to Hinton. Tried the layup, got blocked. Now the other way for Furman. Adrian Bronson kicks out, wide open. Money from Johnston.
Well, what's a size mismatch on one end becomes a shooting advantage on the other. Bowser can't battle through the double screen. And PJ showing the range.
11-0 run for the Crimson. Johnston trying to answer it, finally does.
Ooh, that is silky.
All the way down.
Yeah.
Easy lay-in. You got to respect the 3, and you have to step to the bucket.
Well, and he's too quick for Johnston out on the perimeter. They switched the screen.
3-pointer all the way for Johnston. NBA scouts in the house for this one.
Well, yeah, there's at least 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, Bob Ritchie telling his team a little bit of motivation. Hey, I don't think they're here for you. Why don't you show them something while they're in the building? Johnston already hit one. Has a size advantage down low, and that's easy money.
Nunez kicking it back outside. Rory Stewart.
Stewart
rattles out.
A nice look, but just didn't go in.
Up top, Johnston. How about the roll? Forget about Keene along the baseline, kicking it back outside. Look at him working around to Anderson. And somehow corralled by Johnson. And he takes it up and puts it in. Charles.
And that's where they get him on the foul on the box out.
Paladins inbound. Johnson finds Smith Jr. He'll give it back. Unselfish basketball, 6-11. Bronson will bring it across the timeline.
Do it again.
Every time.
I feel like an 8-year-old at a basketball camp. Dunk it, dunk it.
Johnson will shoot it. He'll knock it down from 3.
No question about it right there. Charles Johnston's got to slide over and be able to take the charge right there, or at least get in defensive position.
Next whistle is our first media timeout of the second half. Paladins up 5 in Greenville. It's been a hot start for the Furman offense here in the second half of basketball. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Johnston a tray. Why not for the big Aussie? Gives it to Glenn the third. They have to get a shot up. 1 on the shot clock. Turning, fading off the back iron and rebounded by Heath.
Yeah, I'm not certain Ron Hunter wanted that shot from Glenn right there. Move it around and let somebody like a Caleb Banks being able to take that shot.
Paladins in the half court. Coach Ritchie just shouted out the action that he wants his guys to go into. It's a screen for Vanderwall. A dump pass. And Charles Johnston throws down the two-hand J.
We've seen superior defense right now. A lot of physical play. And it's early in the season, too. Remember that. And typically, it's the offense that lags behind. I know we talk about that in football sometimes more than basketball, but it is also true here in basketball.
Almost a steal by Bell, but Anderson got it back. Here's Heen. Lobs it inside. Johnston. Goaltending called on Jacksonville for Furman.
Yeah, and Payne is one of those guys. He can get a double-double pretty quickly. Just not able to convert there for the Dolphins.
Here's Heen. Hit a 3 earlier in this half for Furman. Shot for 3 by Johnston, but the corner is good. Charles Johnston pops out. He hits a 3. Simi Wakaji, his third 3 of the season, his first points of the game. It makes it a 2-point game, 8-6 Furman.
Yeah, Wakaji, a Dayton transfer. He can definitely step out from beyond 25 and knock that down.
And Johnston hitting it up.
Signature premier places in the Southern Conference once it's finished.
Yeah, I talked to Bob Ritchie last night and asked him about the renovations, and he said it's going to be great. He is in there every day, checking out the progress. He can't wait to coach there next season. Johnston hits a 3. Charles Johnston. It's a Jacksonville team that likes to push the pace. Furman, the 1-point lead. Inside pass to Johnston for the slam. Johnston.
In stature, they are very physical.
A bit of a defensive switch up here, Richmond, a little bit of a zone defense. What do you make of it?
That's right, yes. Just trying to change some things right now. It's Furman's had some success trying to get them out of their rhythm. Coach Mincy's trying to do something to break that streak, but Charles Johnston.
How about the rebounding numbers, Richmond? Furman was out-rebounded by 6 in the first half. Now the rebounds are even, 36 apiece in the second half of play.
Yeah, that's just a complete reversal of the effort, and you know Bob Ritchie talked about that at halftime, and it was one of the things that we talked about. You've got to be physical to be able to get the rebounds. You have to out-physical the other team, and there's the man.
By Wakaji, and he shoots in a silencer, his second 3 of the game. He has 8 points. DJ Smith being hounded by Bell. Splits the double. Heen. There's Anderson all alone as Johnston goes up inside. Score at the basket. And a foul. Charles Johnston.
B.J. Smith, a bit of a homecoming game for him. He's from Laverne, just outside of Nashville. Started his career at Lee University, then transferred to play for Bob Ritchie and the Paladins. Inside look for Charles Johnston. The house. 5 to shoot again. Into the lane, 2 to shoot. Gotta hurry. Got it up off the rim, and how about Johnston on the